You've selected a show from the Podcast Jukebox, a DIY podcast network.
It's Will Sean Podcast. The internet cried out for 2 more blowhards, and they courageously answered that call. Armed with the weapon of wit, each week they're joined by guests to discuss movies, television, pop culture, and anything else that's pissing them off. Take it away, boys.
I'm Will Link.
And I'm Sean David.
And this is Will Sean Podcast.
I know. I almost forgot about us, too. How you doing, Will?
Stressed.
You look stressed.
Time management issues. I've got, a lot of things are changing in life.
Yeah. Times are changing.
It was pointed out to me that my birthday this year, I don't know whether I told you this, I might have. It was pointed out to me that my birthday this year, which I am in the middle of planning a big party for.
Of course you are, because it's 2 months out.
And more planning because I have to have a smaller guest list than usual. Because usually I invite 100 weirdos to Sardos. Now I have to invite like 50 weirdos to my friend Lorenzo's house.
Yeah.
But it was pointed out to me that it is the City Slickers' birthday. That he turned 39 in City Slickers and he had this life crisis, and him and his friends went on a cattle drive. And me and 2 of my friends are going to Tokyo, and I'm like, oh my god, is Tokyo my cattle drive?
So here's the question: are you the Billy Crystal, the Daniel Stern, or the
this is very easy
the mousy
to figure
one?
out. And so
Bruno Kirby.
Here's the thing: I figured this out in half a second, and at least one of the people I'm going with agreed with me immediately. And this isn't that interesting for the listeners because you don't know these people, but my friend Lorenzo is definitely the Billy Crystal character. I am definitely the Bruno Kirby character. And my friend Bob, who's going, is definitely the Daniel Stern character.
City Slickers 3, Lost in Tokyo.
So what's going on in the world of Will Sean Podcast?
I don't know. I want to thank you all for sticking with us. I know we've taken a little bit of a break. We'll be back next week with our regularly scheduled program.
And then after that?
And then after that, there may be some changes to the show. We're not going anywhere, but we may be tinkering around the edges, just trying to keep this thing fresh for us.
Yeah, we might. We've been doing this a very long time. We might shake up the format.
Well, life is about change.
Yeah, I'm noticing that now.
Exactly. You, the man who is constantly changing, you're like a fucking, you're like a snake just sheathing old skins constantly. I want to thank everyone at the Podcast Jukebox Network. I want to make sure, please make sure you're subscribed to us on iTunes. Give us a star rating, leave us a comment, follow us on Twitter, or like us on Facebook. And I promise you that we will become a little bit more vocal on social media if you do those things. Because as if you don't have enough crap clogging up your Facebook timeline, your Twitter feed and your Facebook timeline.
And who is our sponsor this week?
Kanye Streep 2020, because all of your heroes are garbage.
Jesus Christ.
It's Jason Bourne.
Was he ever...
This is not shocking. None of this shocks me. I like how all these Kanye fans are losing their minds because Kanye is expressing not just like a shy, tepid love for Trump, but an all-in love. And it's like, listen, Kanye loves celebrity, he loves flash, he loves bling, and Trump is a big fucking celebrity, and that's what he responds to. And I've been enjoying the meltdown that was happening on social media today as everyone was re-examining all their life choices.
Well, maybe there's a topic in there somewhere.
We'll find it. So what hero disappointed you?
On the show today,
Yeah.
it's the summer movie preview.
Woohoo!
We're gonna, from May to August, we're gonna tell you what's coming out. Not necessarily what's worth seeing. What's coming out.
I thought the summer movie season started around Valentine's Day this year.
I'm going to say this right now about 2018 for movies. I've been pleasantly surprised because I thought after 2017, there's no way 2018 could be good. And so far this year, there have been so many movies I've just loved. Both big films like A Quiet Place and Black Panther, and indie films or smaller films like... You Were Never Really Here, Death of Stalin, Thoroughbreds, all movies that I've thoroughly enjoyed.
One more movie that you haven't seen yet, Will, but to quote Stephen Metcalf, I am pounding the table on this one. Highest possible endorsement. The Rider. If it's playing anywhere near you, don't... the less you know about the movie, the better, mainly because of the circumstances around the filming. It's basically about the world of the rodeo and horse training in South Dakota. So, but like the less you know about it, the better. And then afterwards, go ahead and read up on it. But it's an astounding, beautiful movie made actually by a Chinese-American female filmmaker, which makes it even more crazy when you consider that.
So let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Can
Yeah.
the
Con?
summer
Oh.
live up to the wonderful winter and spring we've had?
Perhaps. Why don't we go and see what's coming down the pike?
Let's start with May 4th.
May the 4th be with you. So we're just going to say Avengers Infinity War will have come out by the time.
Oh, I have some things to say about Avengers Infinity War.
We'll get to that.
May 4th.
Yes.
The start of the summer movie season.
Yes. The traditional start.
Because the aforementioned Avengers moved its date, we're starting off our Will Sean Podcast Summer Movie Preview with Tully,
Which you saw.
which I've actually already seen.
Yeah.
And it's wonderful.
This is the Jason Reitman, Diablo Cody
Yes, this is
joint.
the third film from Jason Reitman and Diablo Cody. They did Juno and Young Adult together. And quite frankly, since Young Adult, Jason Reitman's films like Labor Day.
Listen, Labor Day is a very important film for a very small subset of people.
It's a holiday
It
tradition.
is a holiday tradition.
And Men, Women, and Children, which I think was an interesting film, except it came out 10 years too late. Like all the themes about social media and stuff felt really dated.
These kids with the computers.
So Reitman back working with Diablo Cody, I think, is really energized
Theron.
both of them.
Yeah.
And Charlize Theron coming back the second time with them. And
went-
they're all producers on the movie. And this is a movie, you see the trailer, it's about a woman. Charlize Theron does another one of those transformative performances.
She went
because-
full Eileen Warus.
Well, I want to know more about the problem because, I mean, she put on some weight
Yeah.
and she looks haggard and, she doesn't look like Atomic Blonde body there, you know? And it's about...
Fury Road was a long time ago.
Yeah. It's about motherhood.
Okay.
And it's about... she's this really stressed mother whose brother hires her a night nanny. Nanny who comes in at night, which I didn't know was a thing. But it is, that a bunch of rich hipsters can afford, where they come in at night and they watch the baby so you could sleep. And that's what... Now, to say
this-
any more about this movie, I mean, it's very much a character study about this woman.
Is this like a Hand of the Rocks the Cradle type of situation?
I don't want to say there are things that happen in this movie that I can't say, and I hope you go see it because I think it's very interesting. It brings up a lot of ideas about aging, there's a montage in this film that will make you never want to have children. I am someone who would like to have children. I saw this montage, and in the middle of the montage, I questioned everything. I say nothing more about it. Go see it.
Okay.
Will you see it, Sean?
I will see Tully.
Okay.
Yeah. With my movie pass.
So moving on.
Yeah.
That's May 4th. May 11th. Life of the Party.
Huh? What is this?
This is...
Is this Whit Stillman?
Nope. That would be more interesting. This is the latest Melissa McCarthy comedy.
Oh, this is where she goes back to college. She's basically digging through the old Rodney Dangerfield playbook.
Yeah, like her kids... Yeah. My God, yeah. It's back to school.
It's back to school.
I feel like there are two types of Melissa McCarthy movies. Although she has some more dramatic turns, I think, going on later in the year that look interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah. But there are two kinds of Melissa McCarthy comedies. There's the ones she do with Paul Feig, which are generally really funny, like The Heat, Bridesmaids, Spy.
Yeah.
And then they're the ones she does with her husband, Ben Falcone. This is one of the ones she's doing with her husband. They're the ones who brought you Tammy and that other...
Did I see Tammy?
No.
Okay.
And that other ridiculous... that other one about the motivational speaker woman.
Oh, yeah. With the kids, with like the Girl
These are
Scout
the
cookies.
movies, the ones she makes for her husband, it's like they come up with that kind of, and they're never as good. I think Melissa McCarthy's a really good performer, but I think that the stories her and her husband come up with are kind of shit.
Okay.
What do you think?
This looks fine. You know what? With my movie pass, I may just go see this for free if it's like a lazy Sunday.
Is this going to be your answer to every one of these
All
things?
these movies are free.
Would you go see this for free then, you think?
Nah, if there's nothing else. And if it gets... This is a movie that's so contingent on reviews. If the reviews come out and say, you know what, this is actually very funny, then I would go check it out. Like Cock Blockers was one that I was on the fence about. Then when the reviews came out and then I kind of saw more of it, I go, I want to see this. And by the way, go see Blockers if you haven't seen it. Hilarious.
I might go try to squeeze that one in if I have the time. Maybe I'll still be hanging around when I go to New York because I'm going to need something to see. Because I don't think it's going to be life of the party. May 18th. Now we're getting a little bit more summer movie proper.
Okay.
Deadpool.
Deadpool 2.
Deadpool 2.
Yeah.
Were you a fan of the first Deadpool?
I did. I laughed my ass off. It was so fucking entertaining and so much more so much better than it had any right to be.
Agreed.
And now they're leaning full into it, and they got the co-director of John Wick.
I'm a little worried how much they seem to be leaning into it.
Okay.
Like, I'm a little concerned that the joke was so good and unexpected the first time that it's just not gonna... It's like The Hangover versus Hangover Part 2. You know what I mean? Where it's like, oh, well, are we gonna have too much same... No, it does look like there are a lot of cool new characters in it that could produce a lot of humor.
Yeah.
There's one character, what's her name? Domino.
Yeah.
There's the Cable character.
Well, I think one of the reasons, what I've seen so far, I think one of the reasons why this may work is because they were at least playing the villain, the Cable character, straight and like serious. And they're actually, from what I could see, it doesn't look like they're joking about that. And that
it's
will create...
like he's a serious villain who is
dealing with these nonsense, with these lunatics.
Yeah. I actually wonder if we come out like being like, poor Cable.
Yeah. You know what? I think this movie, by the way, is going to make a shit ton of money. I think people are good. Everyone I talk to is excited for this. I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah. I mean, look, I'm excited. I'm there opening weekend. I'm just a little more, I feel like, I just hope they don't give us completely more of the same.
Right.
Also that weekend, I want to mention this movie because I saw the trailer for this and I didn't believe it was real while I was watching the trailer. There's a kids movie coming out starring Will Arnett called Show Dogs.
Oh, jeez.
Have you seen the trailer for
No.
this? Will Arnett. I saw the trailer and I didn't understand what was happening. I saw it before Wrinkle in Time, so it's like little kid movie. And I think I liked Wrinkle in Time. I don't think Wrinkle in Time is that good of a movie, but I think I liked it to the extent I did because there were trailers like Show Dogs before that I'm like, oh my god, is that all kids can see? It's Will Arnett.
Is it live action or animated?
Live action, but he's got a dog, and what I couldn't figure out was whether because the dog talks, but I wasn't sure whether Will Arnett could understand the dog.
It's like a Baby Stewie situation.
Or, I couldn't tell from the preview. I don't know if the dog's just talking to other dogs. Because the dog is changing the radio to like hip-hop music. And
dogs love hip-hop.
No. Well, the dog's got the voice of Ludacris. And they have to solve like some baby panda's been stolen.
It's like Turner
and they
Hooch too.
They have to like infiltrate some show dog thing, and the dog deputizes all these other dogs with like the voice of Stanley Tucci. It looks fucking horrible.
I don't know. It sounds like something I gotta see. Kids movies are pretty abysmal, though, by and large.
Well, when I saw the Wrinkle in Time, every trailer, for the most part, was just such kid shit, and I got very like concerned for children.
Yeah.
By the way, I know someone who might be able to sneak us a free copy of Show Dogs.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Got a screener, got an Academy screener of Show Dogs. Yeah.
Oh my god, this was like a nightmare. I had to address it. May 25th, Memorial Weekend.
What are we memorizing? Memorializing.
Solo, a Star Wars story. We are less than a month out.
Yeah. Tickets aren't on sale yet.
Tickets aren't on sale. And for Last Jedi, like we had our tickets at least a month and a half, if not more. For all of these so far we had. Why don't we have tickets to Solo? Sean, I ask you as the point man on buying the tickets.
There's a little bit of a stink. I mean, we talked about this before. I'm not saying the movie's going to be bad, but we haven't heard anything good about it. To be fair, Ron Howard tweeted they only locked the picture like 3 days ago. So no one's actually seen it yet, but, well, except the people working on it. But everyone's worried about this. They fired the directors, they brought in Ron Howard, the visionary Ron Howard. The trailers have been fine. Like, I'm excited, but there's nothing in it that gives me the, chills.
Yeah, it was the first Star Wars trailer that didn't give me the chills.
But a lot of that is also marketing. That doesn't mean the movie's bad. Like, I would not put stake in a movie one way or another because of how the trailer is.
I agree.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to seeing this movie. I don't have the excitement I had for Last Jedi or Force Awakens or will have for Episode 9. But what I think one of the things that it's going to be tough for even me to get past is Alden, how do you say his last name?
Ehrenreich.
Ehrenreich.
What is it? Twiddler thing.
Yeah, from Hail Caesar. He's great in it.
I actually don't think he's going to be that bad, honestly.
I don't think he's going to be that bad, but I know there is going to be an adjustment, like almost a learning curve, that it's going to take a while for me to get used to.
Well, with Rogue One, the first of these Star Wars stories, they're plugging that in already into a visual universe and a timeline and a story that we are familiar with somewhat. So even though there were all these new characters, we were still kind of in a comfortable setting, especially the way Rogue One ended and sort of tied in with Episode 4. This is the first time they're actually asking us to just take a leap. Even like Force Awakens and the new trilogy, we're still tied in with the old characters. This is the first time where they're actually doing a hard reset and they're saying, hey, here are completely different versions of things that you are intimately familiar with, and we don't know what the story is. We don't know, we have these vague ideas. We don't know how Han met Chewbacca. We don't know about Han and Lando.
But you know what? I don't... here's the thing. I'm much more interested in new things than revisiting these old things.
Right. Well, it could be good.
Oh, no.
Donald Glover looks fantastic.
Donald Glover looks great. Is Lando.
Yeah. Got young Chewie.
You know who, though? Amelia Clarke.
Yeah.
She's like the kiss of death in these movies.
Well, she was Terminator Genesis. And
she's they put her in these movies. She's great on Game of Thrones.
But they're not doing her favors.
Yeah. But look, I mean, I'm there opening weekend. I'm very curious. I'm not someone who gets worried about reshoots or or bringing in a new director. That stuff doesn't worry me.
Well, you become the world's foremost expert on Ron Howard these days, so you're intimately familiar with his house style.
I'm in the middle of going through his filmography. Next up is Cocoon.
Okay, let me know when you get to The Missing.
Yeah, that's when I'm get worried.
Or Ed TV.
I hate Ed TV.
Well, you're gonna have to rewatch it.
Also that weekend, I guess some counter programming, but a movie I'm interested in. I always like to highlight a indie film when I can. How to Talk to Girls at Parties.
Is this the new Woody Allen movie?
This is from John Cameron Mitchell, who's a director I happen to really enjoy. He of Hedwig and the Angry Inch and A Rabbit Hole, and
Short Bus.
Yeah. I think he's a very interesting director. This stars Nicole Kidman and Elle Fanning.
Nicole Kidman was in Rabbit
Hole.
Okay.
And Elle Fanning.
Elle Fanning's amazing, by the way.
Elle Fanning plays an alien.
Okay.
Dropped into, I believe, 70s punk London.
So this is a prequel to Neon Demon?
And she's learning about
sexuality,
boys and things.
Okay.
And learning about life on Earth.
So it's Velvet Goldmine meets a brother from another planet.
You know what you say? That sounds great to me.
I'll watch that.
And I happen to really like John Cameron Mitchell in general. I always like when he pops up as a director or even an actor.
He was in Girls in last season. Yeah. Would he play the editor or something? Or?
He wasn't the last season, but he died. His character died.
That's right.
Yeah. So now we are on to June. June 1st, Adrift.
Okay.
This is one of those harrowing true story movies. Stars Shailene Woodley and Sam Calvin.
Oh, I saw the trailer for this.
Yeah. Now, I sometimes have... This is from the director of Everest, another harrowing true story.
I think I saw that.
It's okay. It's like a painfully average movie. And there are these painfully average survival stories that are made that I'm like, this is the most harrowing thing anyone could go through. Man, this movie could have been more interesting. And I'm convinced that's what Adrift's going to be. It's about these people, they're sailing a boat like across the Pacific through a fucking hurricane.
Yeah.
From like Fiji to California or something. And they're stranded adrift.
So it's like Romancing the Stone meets A Perfect Storm.
Nah, that one doesn't.
That's a little too forced.
Yeah,
But I saw the trailer for this, but it looks like they're really leaning into like the romance angle of this movie and less so the harrowing survival.
Well, the reason they're out there alone is because they were in love. If she had never met him, she would not be adrift.
Okay, well, maybe it isn't the boat that's adrift, but themselves.
I mean, you saw the trailer. What did you think?
It looks boring. I have no
Right,
interest.
right?
Yeah,
I mean, but it's like the most harrowing situation you could ever imagine, and then the movie just looks from the trailer boring.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the kind of movie if the reviews are like,
Yeah.
this is a phenomenal harrowing, like they were when the movie where Robert Redford was
on a boat.
On a
Yeah.
boat. What was All Is Lost.
All Is Lost,
Which
yeah.
is a fine film, but you know what? Shailene Woodley, you know Robert Redford.
Yeah. You mean Divergence, Shailene Woodley?
June 8th.
Okay.
Got 4 movies to talk.
4. Okay,
Yeah.
time for that. Good thing I have a movie pass.
One is a movie that I didn't know existed until a trailer just mysteriously dropped the other day. Hotel Artemis.
What is this?
Trailer dropped during the finale of The Walking Dead. I'm like, I don't know what the hell this
This also
is.
sounds like it'd be the new Woody Allen movie.
It's it stars Jodie Foster,
Okay.
Sterling K. Brown,
All right.
Charlie Day,
Okay.
Sophia Buñuel. Is that how you say her name?
What's she from? Is she the kicking girl
She's
from
the
Kick-Ass?
mummy.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
She's the villain from
Yeah.
the kicking girl from Kingsman.
Kingsman, that's what. The
yeah.
legless girl.
Just to name a few people in this.
Who directed this?
That's a good question that I can get for you in 1 second.
See if I can get it faster.
But it is about, and it feels a little Drew Pearce. This is, I believe, his directorial debut.
How did he get a cast like this for?
Jeff Goldblum is also in it.
Okay.
You know the scenes in John Wick where they go to the hotel?
Yeah.
This seems like it's a movie about that kind of a hotel.
Okay.
It's a hotel where criminals can go and hide out and rest up. So it feels a little derivative.
Okay, but it's awesome cast.
Yeah.
He's a music video director, it looks like.
Yeah. And,
Well, they're making a TV show of the John Wick universe, The Continental.
well, this movie kind of interests me because of John Wick, yet it
Yeah.
has nothing to do with John Wick. But it sets up that kind of world. And at this hotel, Jodie Foster plays a doctor
Okay.
who, saves the criminals who've been shot, who got to go hide out in this hotel. And no one's allowed to kill each other in the hotel. I bet you they start killing each other.
Oh, shit.
So that looks kind of stylized and could be fun.
Okay.
Also, June 8th is the horror film Hereditary.
I heard
which-
this is fucking like a nightmare.
Yeah, I hear this is horrifying.
This is the Toni Collette movie?
Yes.
And this premiered at South by Southwest, and people lost their shit.
Yeah, I
when
think
they
it
saw
also played like a midnight screening at Sundance, too.
Yeah.
Like, people are freaking out over this horror film. It's about, kind of the secrets in a family.
Yeah.
And
Those are never good.
yeah, but there's a supernatural element to it, clearly. And the trailer is purposefully vague, but the trailer is upsetting.
Yeah, I saw it before A Quiet Place.
So
Yeah, this I'm excited for.
yeah, I got to see this one. It's there's been so much good horror lately. Also this weekend, if you want to have a good cry, I think this will be that kind of
Yeah.
a movie. The documentary, Won't You Be My Neighbor? The Fred Rogers documentary.
That's Mr. Rogers to you.
I got emotional watching that trailer, not gonna lie. I mean,
You were raised by Mr. Rogers.
by Mr. Rogers.
This is something that I feel like, well, with my movie pass, I normally don't go see documentaries in theaters unless it's something that everyone is like telling me I have to see. I prefer to, because I don't feel that there's much to be gained from the theatrical experience of seeing a documentary. I'd rather watch them at home.
What about a Herzog documentary?
That's something that,
yeah.
Has more to gain from seeing in the theaters. This, from what I've heard in the reviews, that this is an excellent movie, but it's also like, it's not reinventing the form. It's just kind of telling the story of Mr. Rogers.
I know what this is going to be. It's going to be a nice, sweet film that's going to make you cry.
Well, I hope they address the fact that, Mr. Rogers was tatted up and he had all those confirmed kills from Vietnam. Yeah, he was a sniper in Vietnam. Bet you didn't know that, kids. Well, look it up. Get into some subreddit groups.
Yeah. So I'm going to see that. And also June 8th, Ocean's 8.
Yes.
I'm legit excited for Ocean's 8.
My one worry is that it's directed by Seabiscuit's Gary Ross.
But he's also Pleasantville's Gary Ross.
He is, but also, him and Soderbergh are very tight and have been for years. In fact, Soderbergh interviews Gary Ross on the Seabiscuit commentary track, which is an excellent commentary track. So, he definitely went in with Soderbergh's blessing, but Soderbergh is such a stylist and a visualist, and Gary Ross doesn't strike me. And from the trailer, it looks like there's a look to these kinds of movies. It looks like Gary Ross is, kind of playing in the ocean sandbox. But still, I almost feel like I would have wanted someone with a stronger visual style to do this.
I am putting money on the table right now that this is better than any of the Ocean sequels. Yeah. Ocean's 11 is, I think, a masterpiece.
I will go to the mattresses for Ocean's 12.
Oh my god, I hate Ocean's 12. And I think Ocean's 13 is fun.
It's a fun rewatch.
Yeah. Ocean's 12, I always say, is Ocean's 11 was like the cool party you felt like you were in on, where Ocean's 12, it's like the cool party you weren't invited to.
It's a fun movie.
But Ocean's 8 looks great. This cast looks great. But here's my question about Ocean's 8. If people don't know what this is, we should probably say what it is.
Sandra Bullock plays
Danny Ocean's sister.
Yeah.
And she's decided, she's gotten out of jail, she's putting together a crew to rob the necklace off of Anne Hathaway's
who I believe
neck.
is not acting in this movie. Just showed up at the Met Gala.
I hear her character is like a real bitch.
And Cate Blanchett is her sidekick. Cate Blanchett's basically playing the Brad Pitt role.
Yeah. And then you have Bullock, Blanchett, then they recruit the rest of their team, Mindy Kaling, Rihanna, Sarah Paulson, Helena Bonham Carter,
Awkwafina.
This is my issue now.
Yeah.
Who's the eighth person? Now Hathaway is the Andy Garcia, right, of this movie? Unless there's a twist, but then.
Okay, no. By the way, do you know why they did Ocean's 8? Have you thought this through? They make a trilogy. 8, 9, 10 leads right into Ocean's 11.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, they deliberately stepped it back 3 movies. I bet you they all signed 3-picture deals on this.
But I want to know.
Yeah.
Who is the 8th?
It's going to be someone awesome. Maybe there's someone. Well, the problem is IMDb would already have the listing. I looked. I don't see that George Clooney shows up as a cameo in this movie.
I had a rumor Matt Damon does.
Okay.
But I don't think, would they make the 8th person a man?
No, they can't.
Exactly.
You know that they're going to end up getting like Gal Gadot in one of these movies, and I love this idea. I just want them to keep making these movies. I think it'd be fantastic.
Oh, these are actresses, for the most part, I'd watch in anything. Oh, that's not true.
You know who the 8th person should be? Helen Mirren. She can play like the Alan Arkin character.
Oh, no, the Elliot Gould, you mean?
Elliot Gould, sorry, yeah. Helen Mirren all blinged out.
Or maybe, yeah, okay. Or the Carl Reiner, but she's not old enough for that. You got to get like Carol Burnett or something like that. That's actually
so. Wait, we don't know who the 8th is.
Well, no, on the poster, the 8 women
and
include
Hathaway. Maybe Hathaway's in on it. Maybe. I'm excited for this movie.
I'm excited too. It's going to be fun.
Get your girlfriends. Go to the theater. Be like when Magic Mike came out.
All right, moving on. June 15th. Not just my birthday weekend, my birthday.
So what do you get here? What's your present?
I got a good one this year. Incredibles 2.
All right, it's a good one.
That's a solid one. That the morning of my birthday when I'm alone because everyone else is at work, because I get
It'd be
my
like
birthday,
one, please.
I'll show up to the early show of Incredibles 2. I'll get my free popcorn from my Stubbs program at AMC, and I'll sit there. And,
10 a.m. hungover and get... Yeah, Incredibles was the... what was it, 2004 when the movie came out?
yeah.
Jeez, and Brad Bird directed this one again.
Incredibles, the great superhero movie. And it's interesting because now all we have is superhero movies. And when Incredibles came out, all you had was really the first Spider-Man
Yeah.
and maybe the second X-Men had come out at that point.
Had Spider-Man 2 come out yet?
I think maybe same year.
Yeah. So we'll see if they can still capture the magic. Disney's got a mix. Well, for every Cars 2, you get like a Finding Dory. So
Do you know the plot of Incredibles 2?
No, but it focuses on Elastic Girl.
Yeah, she's
Is that
gonna
the
be
wife
one
or
of
the daughter?
focus, the wife.
Okay. Holly
And-
Hunter's character.
And a lot of it, I think, is also because remember, superheroes are illegal at
Yeah.
this point in the Incredibles
I
world.
can't keep the mythology straight.
And it's going to, I think, involve a lot of maybe them campaigning to bring superheroes back. And it picks up immediately where the last movie left off.
What if Elastic Girl's the 8th?
Maybe that'd be good. But it picks up, like, you know how
They had like the
Incredibles-
baby, yeah.
Well, you know how Incredibles ends, and there's like a super villain emerges, and they all look at each other, and then they
Yeah.
like put on they're ready to go fight. It starts with that fight.
Okay.
So we're going right back into it.
All right. Like Guardians 2.
Here's another movie that I feel the need to address that I am not interested in, but I'm semi-perplexed by. Tag.
This looks funny.
You think this looks funny?
This
I
looks
think this looks kind
funny.
of lazy.
So Tag is, I guess, based on an actual true story about a group of friends that played a game of tag all the way through adulthood. And who's in this? This is like
Good cast.
Yeah.
You got Jeremy Renner, John Hamm,
Jason Bateman?
no,
Feels like
Jake
Jason Bateman.
Johnson, Hannibal Buress, and Ed Helms.
Yes, and these are just adult men playing, and the tag scenes are filmed like straight up action sequences. And I don't know, this could be really funny. It depends if the movie has heart. Like, this is the kind of movie that was one of those comedies that works because there's something more to it than just like men being idiots.
Well, I mean, the trailer tries to put forward some heart.
I hope they got a bunch of disapproving wives that don't like that they play this game.
I mean, they might.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a problem.
Yeah, well, they get in the way of their friendship.
So you're in.
I think this will be fun.
This is like much
It's
like
a great cast. Come
much
on.
like a movie like Blockers, like you said about that. If this comes out and starts getting good reviews, I'll be much more likely to see it. But right now,
I laughed really hard at the trailer.
see, the trailer didn't get.
Okay.
Jake Johnson got me a little
Yeah.
in the trailer. I like Jake Johnson. June 22nd. Speaking of Jake Johnson, although I don't know if he's in this, but he was in the first one. Jurassic World, Fallen Kingdom.
Whatever. We all know what this is.
I'm a Jurassic World apologist. I mean, here's the thing. Do I think Jurassic World's a great movie? No, not at all. Do I think it's anywhere close to the first Jurassic Park? I'd be insane to say so. Do I think it's better than what I think are terrible, weird Jurassic Park sequels? Yes.
Hope there's a lot of running in high heels in this one.
What's interesting about Jurassic World, and Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, that I didn't see until the more recent trailers, it seems like dinosaurs are loose like
In San Diego?
I didn't want to say. I mean, I know that happens at the end of Lost World, but like they're crawling into some girl's bedroom. Like it looks like this movie is leaning into horror in a way that the other ones
Well,
didn't.
listen, this is like a massive sequel to the fourth highest grossing movie of all time. I don't know if this is going to go straight Hereditary. Yeah, it'll be thrilling. This will be fine. I mean, I'll see this because I have no choice because I don't know, a film consumer and this is what gets shoveled at us. And I can't not see it. But this is a Movie Pass movie, Will. I'm going to see this for free. I'm not running out opening night for this.
I saw Jurassic World for free. Maybe that helped in my enjoyment.
Exactly. Every movie gets like a curb, point curb when you see it for free.
Also, that weekend is David Robert Mitchell's new film. He's of It Follows.
Oh, yes.
And this is Under the Silver Lake, where Andrew Garfield. It's a thriller where Andrew Garfield goes on this date with this neighbor of his, and the next day she goes missing, and he tries to get to the bottom of it.
Did I see trailer? I think I read about this today, and It Follows was fantastic, so I'm very excited for this.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it is. It Follows, I think it's maybe the best horror film of the last few years, and there've been a lot of great ones, including A Quiet Place and The Babadook. But It Follows, to me, is so suspenseful, so well made, so interestingly made, because it's also a movie that's kind of feels out of time.
Yeah.
And I'm very curious to see what he follows that up with. Here's a movie I'm curious about your opinion on. June 29th.
Yep.
Sicario, Day of the
Soldado.
Soldado.
Day of the Soldier. I love how they had to keep. First it was like Sicario 2, then it was Soldado, then it was Day of the Soldado. They are okay. The first Sicario, I really enjoyed it when I saw it in the theater, and then I actually watched it again on when it came on streaming. I feel like that movie's in weird ways is actually underrated at this point. Like, it's beautiful. Roger Deakins is doing amazing work in that. Denis Villeneuve, who then went on to do right after that, did Arrival and then Blade Runner 2049. So they, you don't have Emily Blunt. You don't have who else is in that? So you got Josh.
You do have Josh Brolin, and you do have Benicio del Toro.
Right.
And it seems like this leans very heavily into. It's just about Benicio del Toro.
Right, but it looks like they're trying to redeem the Benicio del Toro character. I didn't know that I needed a Sicario extended cinematic universe, but here we are.
Well, it looks like it's Del Toro is continuing the job that he had, which was working covertly for the CIA.
Valley of the Wolves, and you are no wolf.
Yeah, assassinating people and undermining the drug cartels.
But this time they're coming after him.
Well, they're coming after him because he doesn't want to kill like a little girl.
It's like Logan.
He's like a
Logan.
He's like a loose end.
Yeah,
that was in Mexico too.
Yeah. This movie looks weird. The director, what did he come from? He was like the Spanish director. This could be good. This could be a train wreck. 15 years ago, 20 years ago, this would have been like a direct-to-video sequel. Although, we gotta say, Brolin's got a big year coming up.
Yeah, Brolin's a big summer.
Big summer, yeah.
Between
Avengers
Deadpool and Avengers.
And this. So, I don't know. This could be good. This could also just be like B- action movie. So, this is also going to be very review dependent for me.
Well, my father's going to be in town.
Okay.
So I need to see something with him.
So, Soldado. Also, I think one of the reasons I think this movie got made is because Narcos is so popular on Netflix. I think that kind of fed into people love Mexican drug stuff. Let's, we already have a hot property right here with a known quantity, so let's make this.
Build that wall.
Yeah. Gotta keep out these soldados. Keep these. I've had enough to hear of these motherfucking soldados.
Speaking of making America great again, July 4th.
Michael Moore's got a documentary.
I'm very excited because I fucking love these movies.
Transformers:
The First Purge.
Oh, I've never seen any of these Purge movies.
Not only do I love these Purge movies, I think they keep getting better and better and more interesting, and each film expands.
Was it because the budget gets a little bit bigger for each one?
Probably.
Yeah.
I don't even know because these are they don't.
The first one was like a Blumhouse movie. It was like
they're all Blumhouse movies,
yeah.
But the first one was just Ethan Hawke and Lena Headey, and it was Purge night, and they let someone into their house.
Don't do that. Not on Purge night.
But one of the kids wanted to.
Fucking kids should have purged the kids.
Basically the whole community decided to take advantage of this and try to kill them, and it was really about neighbors. But there's always been throughout the Purge movies this class element, and in the last Purge movie in particular, which was Purge election year, which was about a candidate running for president for Senate.
Yeah.
No, president.
I don't know.
Who wants to abolish the Purge, and so they have to have her killed.
Well, yeah.
But that actually really leaned into the class and racial element behind the Purge. And the new Purge movie, the first Purge, shows how the first Purge happened.
So it's like the Solo, a Star Wars story of the Purge.
But this is interesting to me because this one's really leaning into that. Oh yeah, the Purge is just an excuse to kill poor minorities.
Gotcha.
It's really leaning into that, and they have once again a great ad campaign where they got the Make America Great Again hats that say the first Purge on it. And then also we find out who created The Purge.
Oh, good.
Marissa Tomei.
Well, she had a... Okay, Academy Award-winning actress Marissa Tomei created The Purge. All right.
So
Just wait, this is what happens when Nikki Haley becomes president in
these movies,
8 years.
These movies are smarter than you think.
All right, you enjoy your Purge. What else will I be watching on Celebrating America? What will I be watching on July 4th?
That's it.
Then nothing else is coming out? I don't even have like an ID 422.
No, you could wait to see Sicario, Day of the.
I'll see that again. That's it? Garbage July 4th used to be like the day.
Well, this is what's funny about it.
What happened?
This is what's funny about it. Because 2 days later, on July 6th,
Yeah.
you get Ant-Man and the Wasp,
Okay, there we go.
which feels more in line. But I was kind of hoping, again, my father's coming to that. I was hoping that'd be, instead of me and my dad will go see the first Purge.
Enjoy.
But
All right, we got Ant-Man and the Wasp. Okay.
Ant-Man and the Wasp, July 6th. Ant-Man, I think, is a good but lesser Marvel movie.
But now that they've kind of set it all up and you kind of accept, they had to do so much heavy lifting, pun intended, to get you to accept the fact that there was a superhero named Ant-Man and to get the conceit. This one, and especially this will be in our post-Infinity War world. So this could be fun, and
Oh, yeah, I mean, I'm
and
looking
Evangeline
forward to
Lilly
it.
from your Lost show is,
Yeah, she's great. And I'm glad to see her having, like, kind of a fun role.
Yeah.
Because I always liked her on Lost. I don't think there's much to say about Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Nah.
I don't even know who the villain in Ant-Man and the Wasp
doesn't matter.
is.
Who cares?
Also, July 6th, another
Bumblebee.
movie that was a huge hit at Sundance
Yeah.
that I think looks really great. Sorry to Bother You.
Also a Woody Allen movie.
Do you know this one? This
No,
is
which
the one
one?
the Boots Riley directed
yes.
film
This
with
is the Lakeith
Stanfield
Yeah,
and
where
Tessa
he,
Thompson.
where he plays the telemarketer.
who puts on his white voice,
Yeah.
which is the voice of David Cross. And
Oh, is that what it is?
yeah.
I didn't realize that. It's dubbed over. Danny
dubbed
Glover's in this? Okay.
And he puts on the white voice and he starts moving up the corporate line. And it looks surreal in the way that I like
This
a movie
looks
to
like a
look
crazy
surreal.
satire. Yeah, I'm excited for this. Look,
I like a crazy
Yeah.
satire like this. It looks great. Word out of Sundance was fantastic. Keith Stanfield is slowly starting to become one of our really
watch
great
Atlanta?
I got to catch
You
up
gotta
on
watch
it.
Atlanta.
I
He's
know,
phenomenal
I know.
in it.
He's becoming one of our great actors. I liked him back in Short Term 12,
that's it.
which you
That
made
movie
it
is like
to-
the foundational text of her. We got Brie Larson in that, Lakeith Stanfield, and Stephanie Beatrice from
Yeah.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Like, who's the other person?
John Gallagher Jr. was the
What's he in?
male lead. He was also in 10 Cloverfield Lane.
Okay.
He used to be on Newsroom. He's a pretty solid
Yeah.
actor. But that's yeah, you're right. Oh, also Remy Malek's in
That's
that
right,
movie.
Rami Malek's in that. Yeah, that movie.
Short Term 12. First of all, just go watch that because
Yeah.
it's just a great emotional,
Yeah.
just such a well-made film. And you see all these people right before some of
Just
them
blow up, yeah.
But Sorry to Bother You looks great. And also, I've become a really big Tessa Thompson fan too.
Yeah.
I think she's fantastic in everything.
She was the
that
best
does.
part of the Westworld season premiere.
Oh, so you're still watching Westworld?
Yeah, I'm watching it. I'm gonna watch it. Fucking Westworld. I can't wait to see what maze Ed Harris is stuck in. I can't wait to see what the game is.
July 13th.
Yeah.
Another movie I'm hearing very good buzz about. 8th Grade.
Is this the movie directed by Bo Burnham?
Bo Burnham film about a girl in the 8th grade.
Yeah. This could be like a new Welcome to the Dollhouse.
Yeah. I mean, and honestly, this is all I really know about it at this point. It's directed by Bo Burnham.
Babyface comedian.
And it's apparently like but I think it's a very humanistic,
Yeah.
very natural look of just like a girl growing up, like acne and all kind
Yeah,
of
this
thing.
also got amazing reviews coming out of Sundance or South by Southwest.
I mean, it's like a Boyhood,
yeah,
except we're not
not
going to
shot
follow.
over 12 years.
So this just looks like the perfect little indie movie at this point in the summer
Yeah.
that we're going to need.
All right, now we got my birthday weekend coming up.
Well, we still have more July 13th movies.
what else I
Then
gotta
we
s-
have your birthday. You're not going to be happy about your birthday weekend. Also, July 13th, and this isn't something I'm going to see, but I wanted to bring it up.
Okay.
Hotel Transylvania 3, Summer Vacation.
Okay.
Have you seen any of these movies?
Well, yes, and I saw the first one, and I can't talk about it, but I'm intimately familiar with the first Hotel Transylvania.
Okay, I wasn't.
Yeah.
I knew you would. I knew you were familiar with that. I wasn't.
I
sure
saw
if
the first
you'd
one. First one's
seen it.
delightful. Yeah, I didn't see the
is it?
second one.
Okay, Because these movies make a fucking fortune.
Yeah.
They're Adam Sandler's highest grossing film.
The first Hotel Transylvania is a fun movie, and it's directed by Getty. Tarkovsky? Not Tarkovsky. Not Tarkovsky. Fuck, it's not Andrei Rublev, the animated film.
Jesus.
No, it's Gennady. What the fuck's his name? He's the Samurai Jack guy.
Okay,
So they have a very distinct.
I know who you're
So for
talking
like a
about.
3D animated film, these movies have a very strong, distinct visual style.
Okay,
They're fun. The first one at least is worth watching.
I can't deal with.
I don't know if I'm going to see a third one, but you know.
They go on a cruise.
Oh, good.
They
Okay.
go on a cruise, and the captain of the ship is this
Black.
attractive woman.
Yeah.
Who turns out to be the daughter of Van Helsing.
Uh-oh.
But Dracula wants to romance her. He doesn't know.
What happens when he finds out?
Well, I don't know. I guess we'll have to see the movie.
I guess I'll be okay.
Also, July 13th, Skyscraper.
It's The
This-
Rock fights a building.
This is The Rock. It's like
Crappy Die Hard.
it's crappy Die Hard meets crappy Towering Inferno.
Yeah.
I'm kinda in.
Well, did you see Rampage?
Yeah.
Was it good?
Rampage is a problem because Rampage is one of those movies, and a lot of these movies do this, and I understand why. If it had tilted a little more serious or a little more ridiculous, it would have been a better movie. But it tries to walk this weird studio line where then it just kind of is like, meh.
Yeah.
And I'm sure Skyscraper will do the same.
But Skyscraper at least they can
Well, it
lean a little
looks
bit
like-
more to the action.
Yeah, Skyscraper actually looks like it's going to be a straightforward action movie. And The Rock is the only person we have that reminds me.
Fight a building.
Well, he's the only person we have that reminds me of Schwarzenegger or Stallone that we grew up on.
The difference is that Schwarzenegger or Stallone would also be in like violent R-rated movies. You know, the Rock, this is PG-13. The Rock is like a sanitized version. He's the family-friendly version of them. When was the last time he actually did like a hard R movie with like, and Baywatch was R, but also because it was like cursing and stuff. When was the last time he did a movie that actually was like violent?
Well, like, I mean, Pain and Gain.
Yeah, that was already like 5-6 years ago.
Yeah.
And even that was a smaller budget. Like, you know, he's not doing Commando. He's not doing a Rambo. He's not like, we don't see The Rock
But they
covered in
don't
blood.
make those movies. as
No,
much
Reagan
anymore.
years are over.
That's the thing. Okay, so your
Now we have
birth-
like a John, but like for example, we're not seeing The Rock in like a John Wick-esque type of action movie. You know,
so your birthday weekend.
hit me. What am I in
The
for?
weekend of July 20th.
Yeah.
Mamma Mia.
Oh, fuck me.
Here we go again.
Nope.
Although this,
Doesn't have Meryl Streep in it. Maybe like in a flashback.
yeah, Lily James plays young Meryl Streep, and
Cher
all your
plays her mom.
Yeah, all your favorites are back.
Yeah, old man Skarsgård, old man Bronson.
Well, you get the young versions of them.
I can't wait. Next,
Did you see Mamma Mia?
on an airplane,
Yeah.
where it was meant to be seen.
I saw it with my mother.
Yeah, I saw drunk on an airplane.
You know what? Here's the thing. I will say I do happen to like a lot of ABBA songs, but
Yeah, you know what? They used almost the entire album in the first one, so
Yeah,
you'd be
so
playing the
what the hell
same
is
song.
this gonna be?
I heard this thing. They played all but 3 of the songs from ABBA Gold on the first Mamma Mia. So, yeah, enjoy.
I'm not going near this thing.
Someone said I listened to this. They said, "Why wasn't this called Mamma Mia 2: Electric Waterloo?"
So that's
What else I got? I got no counter programming.
You could see Equalizer 2. Did you see Equalizer
No.
1? No.
What is this? This is garbage. This is bullshit. All right, what's the week after? Come on, I gotta have something the weekend after my birthday.
Mission Impossible Fallout.
All right.
Okay,
Well, now
I'll
that
see that.
we solved the Rogue Nation problem, now we got to
now
deal with the
we- now we have
Fallout.
to deal with the
You know what
Fallout.
bothers me the most about this movie? That Christopher McQuarrie is back to direct it again. One of the charms of the Mission Impossible franchise was a new director for each installment.
That's true.
Yeah.
You know what? Here's the thing. Mission Impossible, there's never been a franchise that I go to see everything.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see everything. And then I don't think about these movies
I saw
in a
Ghost-
weird way. Although I think Ghost Protocol
It's
is kind of amazing.
You know what's a sneaky?
But I don't think about
You know
it
what's
a
a
lot.
sneaky, crazy? Go watch Mission Impossible 2 again.
No,
that movie
no.
is crazy.
That movie is terrible.
Crazy.
That movie's terrible.
That movie destroyed Doug Ray Scott's career. He broke his back. He never worked again.
And he was supposed to be
The next big thing.
He was supposed to be Wolverine.
Yeah. What is the alternate world where Doug Ray Scott is Wolverine? Think about that. John Woo completely destroyed this man's life. The Ghost Protocol is legitimately like a solid action movie.
Good. So what crazy stunt is Tom Cruise going to do in this one?
He crashes like a helicopter into a train, or I don't even know what he does. He definitely slams himself into a building, and they kept that and fucked himself up. How much longer can Tom Cruise do this? Honestly, he's going to die making one of these movies. He's like 55 already.
I think it was Amy Nichols. Didn't she write a book about Tom Cruise?
Yeah.
And in it, she talks about how he's got to stop doing these actions.
Yeah, it's going to kill him. Well, look at what was Paul Newman doing when he was this guy's age. He was doing like The Verdict and stuff.
Yeah.
Where's Tom Cruise?
Yeah, Tom Cruise hasn't done even anything back to like anything.
He almost plays it too safe.
Like back in the day, he would pop up in things like
Magnolia.
Or even like A Few Good Men.
Yeah.
Like, why can't Tom Cruise do a courtroom drama again?
He should. Like, come on, Tom Cruise. You're better than this, Tom. There are younger people, and like Keanu Reeves getting into this territory too. I think we need one more John Wick, and it's time for Keanu to hang up the action.
I think Keanu Reeves is having fun with these John Wick things. I don't see him doing it with everything, because Tom Cruise is doing it with everything.
Yeah, like The Mummy.
The Mummy, Night and Day, Oblivion.
Jack Reacher.
Yeah,
also with McQuarrie.
I like, and look, I like Edge of Tomorrow, but it's the same kind of thing. He's in the loop from Edge of Tomorrow. So now August 3rd, Christopher Robin.
Yeah.
This is the live action.
It's Hook with Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah. Ewan McGregor plays old Christopher Robin, and he's not making time for his family.
He's busy.
Yeah,
he's got to lay off people at the factory.
Yeah, and then who shows up? Pooh.
Yeah, Pooh's going to fix Brexit.
The trailer, people went nuts for the trailer. I've heard things about the film that worry me.
Yeah.
That it might be a little uneven.
Okay.
That they haven't figured out whether they should go for the nostalgic, sentimental, or silly kids film. So they're falling into some awkward middle ground.
Oh, good. They better figure this shit out, because the movie's almost here.
But I mean, I think the trailer was really sweet.
Okay.
I mean, did you?
Yeah, it looks fine. I like Winnie the Pooh. This is another. I mean, I will see this movie because we know someone involved with the production, but that's all we can say about that. And I'll see this.
Well, I guess it's no mystery then of where I found my information. But
on the Pooh subreddits,
I'm obviously going to check this movie out. Jim Cummings, is that the guy who does the voice of Pooh?
Is that the original? Is it the same guy from the Disney ones?
The guy, same guy. Jim Cummings.
Okay.
But the other voices are like Chris O'Dowd and Brad Garrett and
Brad Garrett. I want to hear his version of Eeyore. Or is he Eeyore?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, okay. I know Eeyore was from the Bronx.
August 10th. Okay, now we just talked about how movies fall into a ground of either they can be so stupid that they're good, or they try to be a little too serious and like ruins the whole thing.
So what do we got here?
I think this one's going to be so stupid it's good. The Meg.
Which one is The Meg?
You haven't seen the trailer for The Meg with Jason Statham?
No.
Where Jason Statham
I've heard about this.
A megalodon shark, a prehistoric megalodon shark.
Okay, sign me up. I'm in. And is this rated R?
That I'm unaware of. I don't know. It might not be. I hope,
okay, I'm in on this. All right.
I'm not sure the rating. I hope it is. But even the trailer starts off with they're in like some underwater sea lab. There's a bunch of Chinese people too, because this is where they got some.
Ruby Rose, Jason Statham, Drain Wilson, Bing Lee, Cliff Curtis. Oh, this is gonna be good. Directed by John Turtletub of National Security and
National Treasure.
National Treasure 2: Book of Shadows. What the hell was it called?
I forget what it's called.
Holy crap!
Oh, you're unaware. The images of this movie. Here's why I think this one's going. It's really leaning into the ridiculous. And the trailer they play somewhere beyond the sea.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm in.
The Meg.
The Meg. Okay.
It looks like just a.
Oh, it's PG-13.
It still looks like it could be just a good, dumb, fun time. You know, like Deep Blue Sea.
This movie's been kicking around since 2006, and Jan de Bont was originally supposed to direct
Oh,
it.
I want to see that Jan de Bont
Oh
version.
my god.
Okay.
Next. Ooh, Ruby Rose almost drowned on the set. Okay, next. What's the next weekend?
August 17th. Got a few movies. First, The Happy Time Murders. This is another movie that they've been kicking around for a little while.
what is this?
Brian Henson directing it. So there
Brian
are
Henson? Oh, Muppets,
So there are
okay.
Muppets involved.
Okay.
But it's like more darkly serious. Muppets from a popular, like puppets. I guess they're
Gotcha.
not, yeah, puppets from a popular TV
So we're not
series
dealing with like Bert and Ernie and Kermit
Yeah.
here. Okay.
are being murdered.
So it's like a
And
Who
it's
Framed
like-
Roger Rabbit.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit with puppets.
All right.
I haven't seen any footage. Melissa McCarthy's in it.
All right.
Not directed by her
Good
husband.
Brian
so it'll be
Falcone.
good. So I mean, not much has come out about it,
Okay.
but the premise has me interested. And
Okay.
you know, Henson, they know puppets.
Yeah, they know how to stick their finger up a felt
And
ass.
this is something that's been kicking around for a while that I
Okay.
think they've wanted to do. Also, August 17th, we saw this fucking trailer before Last Jedi, and I was like, what the fuck are we watching? And it's Alpha, about the dog. It's a movie about the domestication of dogs.
Oh, that's right. This was.
It's like...
Was
they're
this live
like
action or-
Native, yeah. They're
Okay.
like Native Americans. I don't know what they are. I don't know what indigenous people they are.
That's right, where he gets like stranded or something. It's like
And then,
10,000 BC with a
and then
dog.
he becomes like the alpha male and for like this wolf and him and the wolf, and it's a story. And
This is like a drift with a dog.
and the ad campaign in the movie theaters are like, text us photos of you and your dog.
I'll
And
text
then
some photos of me, my dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, my fucking little wiener dog.
Also, August 16th, and this is a movie, I know it's based off a popular book, and there's a lot of buzz about it for reasons of inclusivity.
Okay.
Crazy Rich Asians.
Which I guess the trailer just came out today.
Oh, I should, if I knew that, I would have watched it before.
And people have already screened this. I think this movie's done.
Yeah.
Okay, and apparently it's excellent. It's a fun movie.
I hear good things. I hear it's fun.
Yeah.
Big Asian cast. Constant Wu. Aquafina. Mm-hmm. And, you know, I mean, but it's true. I mean, we don't have a lot of...
I don't have any. And this is directed by Justin Lin.
I believe so.
Did he do Better Luck Tomorrow? Was that the movie that he was his breakout movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
But we don't have a lot of movies with large Asian casts.
That
If
aren't
we-
coming out of like Asian
Yeah,
countries.
Exactly. So
And that aren't like kung fu or action movies.
exactly. So this is like a big no.
is-
Not Justin Lin. Oh, that's a little
What?
racist of us, assuming it was Justin Lin.
Who is it?
It's John M. Chu.
Oh, who directed the Step Up movies?
Yes.
He did some of the Step Up movies. That's right.
Yes.
And this is, I guess, the first U.S. movie featuring an all-Asian cast since the Joy Luck Club.
Jesus, really?
Yeah.
That's a long time ago. I
That's
feel
a-
like I was a kid when that came out.
Yeah, well, that's...
I saw that. It's a fine movie.
Yeah.
So good that they waited
14 years? I don't even more than
longer
that.
than that.
So, yeah, this is getting a lot of good buzz. I'm hearing really good things about it.
Yeah. So I guess we'll be there for Crazy Rich Asians.
All right, you'll see us at the theater in Montebello opening weekend.
And one more.
To finish out the summer?
Yeah.
All right, what are we going out with? Give me something good.
August 24th.
Yeah?
I don't know. Papillon.
The remake
A remake of Papillon.
is about the Gallipoli campaign?
No. Do you know Papillon?
Which one's
Did you ever
Papillon?
see Papillon?
I don't think so.
The original came out in the 70s.
Yeah.
Quite good with Steve McQueen and Dustin Hoffman.
Okay.
And who directed
Was that
it.
the guy who directed Patton?
I believe so. Schaefer. Franklin
Jay Schaefer.
J. Schaefer, who also did Planet of the Apes.
That's right.
Solid director.
Dalton Trumbo, screenwriter.
And it's an excellent film, but it's true story of this guy nicknamed Papillon.
Okay.
From the Devil's Island prison.
Yeah.
Who escaped. He's one of the guys who escaped. And this one, in the Steve McQueen role, you have Charlie Hunnam. And in the Dustin Hoffman role, you have Remy Malek.
That's kind of a step down, but man, that's some TV. All right, we need the biggest stars on TV shows.
Yeah.
Give me the guy from Sons of Anarchy and Mr. Robot.
Yeah.
Although it could be good.
It could be good.
Yeah.
It could be solid.
But who directed this one?
Let me double check.
Franklin J. Schaefer.
Franklin J. Coming back
From the grave.
Michael Noer.
What? Who's this schmo?
I don't know.
All right, let's look this up.
All I know is
So this is what we're ending our summer
Charlie
with?
Hunnam said, "I'd been actively pursuing working with Michael Noer for a while."
Who's this guy? Oh, it's got Eve Hewson in it. She was great in The Nick. Directed Northwest R. Key House Mirror. What is it? Oh, he's Norwegian. Njugul Spiegel, Son of God R. I think this is
That worries me a little when it's like, oh, you're this great foreign filmmaker.
Yeah.
Let's give you a big budget Hollywood movie to make. That always works out, right? Florian Henkel von Donnerschmark.
There's exactly one person laughing at that joke right now. Well, but it worked for what's his name? Did the Let the Right One In guy? What did he do? The Swedish guy that did the original version? I don't know. What the fuck was his name? Another Swedish guy. Okay, but Florian is a good example. Has he done anything since
No, he got
The
after
Tourist?
The Tourist, Florian Henkel
What, it's a
von
Hollywood prison?
Donnerschmark got put in he gotten put in movie jail, which is unfortunate because The Lives of Others, I think, is a great film, which was his German language
Florian,
film.
what has he been done recently? Hold on. He's got to have something. Shit, you're right. Nothing since The Tourist. He's got 2 movies, one called Thorgel and one Werk ohne Autor.
Yeah, he's back to making German
movies.
They used to go back to Germany, and even in Germany, they're like,
He almost
"Hey."
destroyed 2 of our greatest living treasures, Johnny Depp and Angelina Jolie. How do you fuck up a movie with Johnny Depp and Angelina Jolie?
So, as Sean said at the beginning of this podcast, there is one movie that is missing from this because we are not going to conform to an even more advanced movie season, even though those fucking Fast and Furious films have been trying to get it through it for years. Now, Marvel's Avengers comes along and says, rather than come out the first weekend of May, like God intended, we're going to come out the last weekend of April. What are you doing here, Marvel? You're trying to extend the summer even further? You're trying to push us up? You're trying to trick us into thinking it's summer and we're getting all happy? No, it's still miserable spring movie season. It's miserable. Sean, it's miserable. Don't gesture to the beautiful outside world on a cool spring night here in Los Angeles. No.
We got good movies coming out.
We got good movies coming out, but this Avengers movie, I'm excited for you. I'm really excited for you. In fact, I've got my ticket to see you. In fact, by the time you're listening to this, I've already seen you. But you're screwing up the schedule here. You're screwing up the way things are supposed to be. The way summer movie seasons are. You were supposed to be the big summer movie. And now, we can't say you were the movie of the summer, can we? We can't, because you didn't come out in the summer. You're going to be the biggest release of the spring movie season. So that's why the Avengers Infinity Wars are this week's enemy of the podcast. Go fuck yourselves. I mean, maybe I should just return my ticket.
Yeah, do that. I am almost positive that this is the enemy every single year when we do this. We're always bitching about, didn't Captain America Civil War was the enemy one year? Same deal where they're like, with summer creep. I feel like we've done this. I think every year it's the exact same enemy. Which whatever movie is creep their way into
summer
April.
movie preview is usually tough to find. The movie preview is tough to find one of these enemies, but yeah. I mean, I think Infinity War. Okay, let me ask one Infinity War question.
Yeah.
I mean,
Is it going to be good?
I think it's going to be great.
Oh, 2 hours and 40 minutes of it?
Can it beat Black Panther?
Money-wise?
Yeah. Black Panther, as of now, I don't. This is the only movie I see that maybe could top it. For
and I'll
the
tell
year.
you why. Because I think Black Panther got a lot of repeat viewings. I don't sense that this movie is going to get a lot of repeat viewings.
It got repeat viewings, Black Panther, also from certain communities.
Yes. Now,
Where this
what I think this movie
this will get the nerd repeat viewing, but then that's just like any other Marvel
Avenger movie. And the other thing is, I think that this movie is going to attract a lot of people that loved Black Panther who otherwise wouldn't have seen a Marvel movie. I think this movie is going to kick ass because, box office wise, because you're going to get an influx of sort of new eyeballs that, usually wouldn't peep an Avengers movie, but after they see it, then they'll drop off. And, this movie's going to make a shit ton of money, but I still think Black Panther is going to hold the crown when this is all said and done.
Now, the trailers
Because Black Panther was an event. This is just another Avengers movie. It's an event.
This is more than I mean.
This is like it's the mad world of superhero
You can't
movies.
compare this to like Age of Ultron
Right.
or something like that because this is all the Marvel worlds, like the Guardians of the Galaxy are in this. Spider-Man,
Ant-Man.
I don't know if Ant-Man's in it.
Do we know?
Ant-Man might be the one guy who's not in it. I don't know if Hawkeye's in it either.
I don't know. Renner's he was busy
He was
flipping
too busy
houses.
playing tag.
Do we know if Brie Larson shows up in this?
I don't think.
I haven't read any spoilers. I'm kind of staying away from it, but they've got to be some.
So. But I bet if she does, it's a post-credit thing. They're really.
I hope Benicio del Toro's the collector shows up,
They're really. I think he does.
or
actually.
Howard the Duck.
They're really leaning into the Black Panther stuff.
Yeah.
But I think that was. I don't think that's a new thing. I think that was always the case because when you saw the first trailer, I mean, it seems like the key battle of this film takes place in Wakanda.
Yeah.
That's where everybody ends up.
Well, that's where the vibranium is.
Yeah. Well, I'm wondering if there's an Infinity Stone.
Well, they're saying that they think that meteor that landed was actually an Infinity. You feel free to tune out at this point, any listeners. So what I've heard is that
Yeah,
the
because
meteor.
you've already seen the movie.
Well, that the meteor that landed.
Not you, but the
the meteor that landed was actually an Infinity Stone, and that it kind of like enriched the soil of Wakanda, and it's that Infinity Stone that's what creates the plants that give them the like Black Panther power, and sort of like converted the ore around there to vibranium. So
Sean,
Yeah.
any final thoughts on
yeah, I
this
got a
film?
shitty birthday weekend. I mean, so far, okay. How would you rate on a level of 1 to 10, 10 being like can't wait? What are your thoughts on this summer movie season? I'm like a 6.5.
Same.
Tepid.
And that's kind of why I started. Like, there's so many things I've loved so much this year. I have a feeling this is going to be a summer movie season where, other than Avengers, the movies that I'm going to remember the most are probably going to be the Sorry to Bother Yous or kind of the smaller.
Well, there also may
ones.
be some stuff, because we skipped a lot. I'm sure there's going to be some dark horse that's going to come out that we didn't even pay attention to, and then 6 months from now, we're going to be talking about some phenomenon movie that kind of slipped under the radar.
Yeah.
So, okay, what do you think is going to be? And they do this on NPR, and I like this. What movie do you think is going to tank? What movie do you think is going to miss and just
tank completely, not
based on their budget,
not just underperform,
right? But just
because I don't think Solo's going to perform like these other Star Wars movies had, but it's not going to tank.
Which of these do you think is going to be the biggest swing and a miss?
I don't know.
Because they've gotten pretty good. I mean, we got the biggest movies are Solo, Avengers, Jurassic World, Ant-Man.
Those are all going to make money.
Tower?
Ant-Man's not going to make. You mean Skyscraper?
Skyscraper.
Skyscraper's in a weird spot because it's positioned in between Ant-Man and Mission Impossible. I
think Mission Impossible. I don't think Mission Impossible is going to whiff. I think people will show up for that.
I mean, it's so hard to. I mean, things don't whiff as much as they used to. Big budget things.
Well, also, there's nothing that has the stink around it. Sometimes movies are coming out and they just you can smell a flop a mile away.
I mean, yeah. I mean, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom's probably not going to do Jurassic World money, but I don't think it's going to tank.
And also, these movies do great overseas. That's the other thing, too. No one actually cares about the U.S. box office anymore.
I don't think anyone gives a shit about Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again. And Mamma Mia was a big hit.
That was a massive hit. That was Meryl Streep's. That movie made $800 million.
And I don't think anyone I mean, I don't think people are excited about it, but maybe they are. Maybe it's summer counter programming. What, do you have one that you?
No, I don't know. I think
they've.
they've gotten really good at kind of hacking this for because so many of these movies are already known quantities and sequels. I mean, this is nothing new.
I guess Christopher Robin can whiff.
Could.
I mean, in the same way that like Pete's Dragon and stuff does. Because I mean, it seems like there's sometimes these live action Disney films that kind of. Pete's Dragon being a big example of a movie with a sizable budget.
Did you see that? It was actually very sweet. I watched it on the plane. Yeah, that's right here. Yeah. And Robert Redford's in that. It's a sweet movie.
I don't think anybody cares about... No, but I mean, nobody... I don't expect anybody to care. Is Ocean's 8 going to be a hit?
I think so. I think so. It's got star power. People are going to turn out for that movie. All right, so here we go. We got an exciting / mediocre summer ahead of us.
Who's on the show next week, Sean?
Next week we have on actress Nikki Endress. She is a trans actress, and this is so we're gonna have her on. She is very interesting.
We're gonna try not to step in it.
We're gonna try not to step in it. This is gonna be a interesting conversation with myself and Will. So we're gonna have her on next week. She is incredibly entertaining and very funny. Has lots of great stories. Really interesting person, and. So we'll have her on next week, and then after that, we'll see. Like we mentioned, we may be making some tweaks to the format of the show, but we'll have more information for you in the coming weeks.
Admittedly, we might in the next few months do more shows, a little more like not like this, but a little more deep dive on certain topics rather than
topical. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
but keep posted. We'll tell you what's going on, and thank you. Just keep listening, and I don't know. I guess. For the Will Sean podcast.
Oh, do you want to tell people where they can find you?
Oh, you can find me at the Sean David.
You can find me at the Real Will Link. And as you were saying, Sean,
for the Will Sean podcast, I'm Sean David.
I'm Will Link.
We're finished.
We're finished.